So I've been watching me some old movies, and, yeah, there's some really interesting stuff with this. Yeah, that's my intro, okay. So yeah, I've been watching some old westerns, some old monster movies, and there's some really interesting stuff within here. Like, to start off, I understand I've never been really a fan of westerns, but I've never really watched them either. They just seemed kind of, that's what they used to make, but now we're in the superhero. I understand why there was so many westerns made, and why people loved them so much. It's so easy to create a western that has compelling characters and an easy narrative to follow. It's not a complex story or story structure. It's easy to play within that genre, and it's easy for people to watch and engage in this sort of genre. It's similar to horror, and why I think there's so many independent horror films is because it's easy to write for horror. Your character's wants and desires are to survive, and there's a similar simplicity to the western that I think is really, really interesting. The other thing that blew me away with the westerns that I've been watching are some of the stunts in these films are insane. There's this one part where this guy's crawling underneath the horse in the carriage. Interesting. There were some stunts that just made me jump out of my seat and go, whoa! I thought that was really cool to have stunts like that. I'm fascinated with the westerns, and I think I'm gonna do a western short film here. I've already started writing it, so I'm gonna keep watching some westerns, continue getting ideas for that, and spurring this thing on. get the western pun. The other thing, though, that I've been watching that I find so interesting are the monster movies. Some of these older films, what I find so interesting is they'll start off extremely slow and boring, but then get interesting by the end. And even, it'll take you a little while to get into it, but once you're gripped, once you're into it, and then you're hooked, and you gotta know how this thing ends. And I find it interesting. I think part of it is that back then, you've already paid your ticket price, and you're planning to sit in this theater, so you're not gonna just get up and walk out of a film, typically. Whereas today, if a film, especially online, if you're browsing through Netflix and you start watching that film doesn't grab you, you'll move right on to the next one. I've done that. The one film that I was watching called The Revenge of the Zombies, I think? Revenge? No, Revolt. Revolt of the Zombies. And it was 60 minutes long, and 55 minutes into this, there has been basically no zombies, absolutely no revolting. They waited to that last second to pull in the title, and you know it's coming. And that's what I found interesting. You're sitting there and you know it's gonna come. You know that these zombies are gonna revolt. It has to deal with mind control, and he's controlling this army of zombies, essentially. And you know at some point he's gonna lose control and they're gonna revolt against him. But it was interesting that you wait till that last few minutes to bring in that hook. I don't know, you wouldn't do that today. The other thing that's so interesting about these old movies are some of these titles are just madness and hilarious and great, and I love them so much. Like The Corpse Vanishes, Crimson, The Color of Blood, The Devil Bat. What? I Eat Your Skin. I'm kind of wondering if we've just used up all of our great titles, and now Teenage Zombies, The Wasp Woman, The Terror. No, not The Terror. Hercules against the Moon Men. What? Hercules in the Haunted World. What? I killed that man. I know I did, I killed him. Murder by Invitation. Please murder me. I guess that one comes first. The Werewolf versus Vampire Woman. Killers from Space. It's alive! The Indestructible Man. Dogs of Hell. What? Alright, thanks for watching, guys. Those were some hilarious titles. I love doing that. Alright, thanks for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, ring the notification bell, do all that jazz. And as always, I love you awesome nerds. We're out.